Jesus won't save you, and Buddhism won't save you. Always, I prescribe monasticism and theurgy. Often we talk about soul versus body, but I've found a more accurate model is the four-body system taught in yoga, theosophy, and Bardhan. There is the physical body, the astral body, the mental body, and the causal body. And all of these are subsequent emanations of the unconditioned consciousness of the One. As I view creation and reincarnation as inherently flawed, as I've argued extensively in the past, I'm going to frame the conditions that result in the repeated downward emanation of consciousness into the physical body as a series of corruptions of the four bodies. Firstly, the corruption of the physical body is the lusts of the world and the flesh, which is well-treaded ground by now thanks to the saints and ascetics of monastic Christianity, like Evagrius Ponticus, who gave us the deadly sins or evil thoughts, and the monks of all schools of Buddhism, not least of which is Siddhartha Gautama himself. The lusts of the world and the flesh are addiction in their most obvious form. So I don't think I need to go into any more detail about this. It's the most obvious driver of reincarnation to any spiritually minded person. The corruption of the astral body is your emotional attachments, your self-identity and stories, and how you take personal responsibility for your impact on others when we live in an overwhelmingly deterministic world anyways that practically guaranteed your impact on others to begin with. All of these things are intensely powerful drivers of reincarnation according to all our best afterlife evidence. Do you need to go back down to earth to make things right? To make amends for the people you hurt? Do you still have a soul family or a soul tie with someone? Is there someone you need to go back down there to help? Do you have a special mission on earth? Is your story not done? All of these things are emotional drivers of incarnation, not visceral like the lusts of the physical body. This is a lot of the gunk that's brought to the surface shortly after your physical body dies. And all of these things are intensely powerful drivers of reincarnation. Perhaps the most powerful corruption of all is the corruption of the mental body. You see, the bodies die off in sequence, like dominoes. Your physical body dies, and then your astral body lives on for a while, where it's emotionally manipulated in the tunnel of white light. And this emotional manipulation inevitably informs the mental body. But then the astral body dies too at some point between incarnations, and all that's left is the mental body. The mental body is very foreign to how you usually experience the world. In fact, it has no understanding whatsoever of pleasure or pain. All it really seeks is abstract sort of notions. Most prominently, it seeks the notion of completeness. The greatest corruption, in my opinion, occurs here, as the mental body is turned around and faced outwards in its burning drive towards completeness. The second the mental body seeks completeness outside itself through external experience rather than inside itself, it's already lost, because it's an outwardness that multiplicity resides, and everything is by definition fragmented and incomplete in multiplicity. The mental body believes that they just need more experience in order to finally become complete and perfected. This is the most damaging lie of all. And this is the lie propagated by evolutionary astrology and the New Age movement. Earth is not a school. And if it is, then the souls that reside here are infinitely retarded, as they traverse trillions of lifetimes without much progress, but with incredible amounts of transformation along the way. Poor progress. Great transformation. A telling outcome if indeed a demiurgic designer of this system actually prioritized never-ending transformative storytelling rather than an actual real process of soul perfection. When the mental body holds to the notion that perfection and completeness is achieved through the infinite experience found in outwardness, it is wholly corrupted and bound towards endless reincarnation. Finally, the causal body has a single corruption: restlessness. Sometimes that which is one and is pre-existent can no longer stand the inaction, and forsakes latency to have some action in the world of creation, any action. It's an inability for consciousness to sit still. And from that inability to sit still comes vibration, which is the author of all creation and the birth of all positivity and negativity due to the peaks and troughs of waves of vibration. Jesus won't save you because Jesus has never saved anyone from reincarnation, which we now know in 2026 exists, for a fact, thanks to the evidence of Michael Newton and other sources. Buddhism won't save you because the state of the mind is only one condition for non-reincarnation. Beings full of all these hitherto mentioned corruptions that contact and attempt to merge with non-dual light will inevitably be spit back out because everything within them lusts for the things found in creation and the world. And so that's what they're drawn to in their heart of hearts. But those who have none of these corruptions but make no contact with actual non-dual light, when contact with non-dual light is achieved through theurgy, are essentially just peaceful cattle. Whatever wind comes and picks them up, that is where they'll go, because they have no attachment to this or that outcome, and as it just so happens, you're much closer to the lower astral and its entities than you are to non-dual light. So pure monasticism with no theurgy just makes it even easier to recycle you because there's no resistance. On YouTube, there's a lot of performative enlightenment. There's a lot of people talking about resisting the world just immerses you deeper into it. You have to just let go and fully accept everything around you as being okay. And, in reality, every part of that could be true, except it ignores the reality of the setting. Earth and the areas of creation closer to the source are not just the same thing to be accepted as equal. Earth is literally surrounded by samsara entities desperate to keep you reincarnating. And so this total surrender and total acceptance of everything is equally good, again, just makes you a leaf on the wind that these samsara spirits will gladly blow on in the direction of the world. You need to make contact with the one/non-dual light. And additionally, you also have to be of an appropriate mindset for the one/non-dual light. And if you don't have both of these things, you inevitably belong to creation and the demiurge. And the only way to get these things is monasticism and theurgy.